So first, let me ask you, how are you feeling about taking the lead on this project?
I'd have to say I'm excited and a little nervous.
I guess I would be too. A new role, a challenging project, that's a lot at one time. That's why I wanted to talk with you. This is an important project and I want to make sure you're successful.
Thank you. I'll take all the help I can get.
All right. So, what can you tell me about the project?
From what I understand, I'll be leading a team on upgrading the system the online sales department has been using for a while. I think you said I'll have 3 techs assigned to it?
Yes. And the time frame is 3 months.
3 months doesn't seem like enough time.
It is aggressive, but it's necessary. And as you can imagine, we'll need to minimize downtime for the online sales team as much as possible. I know, tall order and a very visible project in the organization.
Who would the techs be?
Philip, Roberto, and Chris will be on the team.
Philip?
I hear you. I know Philip's disappointed he's not leading this project. Having someone on your team who is upset or unhappy is going to make this upgrade even more challenging. I get that. Let me tell you why I think you'll be successful. You've always worked well with other team members, new techs, experienced techs like Philip, to find the best way to get the job done. And you keep things focused. Other project leads tell me you make their job easier. Isabel, you're already doing many of the things that good project leads do.
I appreciate that, but I'm still worried about Philip.
Well, let's think about how you might be able to prevent some issues with Philip. The first thing you should do... Let me back up a minute. Let's put the Philip issue aside for a minute and talk about what you might do to get this project off to a good start.
Okay.
What might be your first step?
I'm not really sure. What were you going to say?
Well, just take a moment to think about past situations. What did other project leads do that made them successful?
Well, first, I would set up a team meeting.
That is a good start. What would you do in that meeting?
I would acknowledge the fact that I'm still a team member who is now in a project lead role. And that's a change not only for me, but for everyone else as well. I would ask them to share their concerns, get everything out in the open, and discuss how we could best work together.
I think you're on the right track, which doesn't surprise me. What else might you need to cover?
I would make sure to clearly describe the assignment, give as many details as possible, answer their questions, their concerns.
What concerns do you think they'll have?
Definitely the timing. 3 months is a short time for this type of upgrade.
They're probably going to ask you if you think the deadline can be met. What will you say?
That I think we can, but we all need to be working together. I would also need to let them know that I understand the challenges of the assignment and am looking for their expertise and support in making it happen. That discussion could lead to the start of a project plan.
Very smart. You've got a good start to the agenda for that meeting. After you develop the rest of your agenda, let's meet to review it.
Thanks, I'd appreciate that.
I'd like to go back to talk about how you might handle Philip in that first meeting. Now, you said that you would let everyone know that you were still a team member who was now in a project lead role. How do you think Philip will react?
Well, that's exactly what worries me.
Well, I know this can be tough. When I've been in similar situations, I found it's important to address these issues immediately to prevent problems down the road.
I get that. I'm just not sure what to say. It's an awkward situation.
Well, I could tell you what to do, but let me ask you, what would you do to make things less awkward for both of you and still address the situation?
Maybe I would meet with him, ask him how he's feeling.
Good. I think you've got some good ideas about the project and about working with Philip. Let's get together to go over your agenda before the meeting, and then I'd like to meet afterwards to talk about how it went.
That'd be great.
How else can I help you?
What about additional support beyond the technicians?
Yes. I'll make sure to introduce you to the vendor and the point person from online sales. How does that sound? Okay, let's schedule a follow-up meeting.